Hello everyone. Today we're going to do an art journal page. Your potential is endless, and your potential is endless when it comes to your art journaling, whatever you're crafting. So this is going to be our page for the day. These are the butterflies that I told you that I got from Dollar Tree. I love them. There are so many in here. It was so hard to pick. But I went ahead and picked these three. They're absolutely beautiful. I'll probably cut the white spaces out before I glue them down. And I could actually just sit there and build them up to make them a little more 3D, but then that's going to be too much bulk on my page. I showed you how I did one of these, and this is just an old planner that I had, and I didn't want to throw away. All I did was tear out the pages that I had used for whatever I needed to write down, and using it as a planner, I glued, let me see, 2 pages together. And then I put some gesso on there. And let's see, these are the 3 paints I'm going to use today. I use these paints more because these are more readily available, and in today's economy, these are cheaper than buying other high-end paints, and they work just fine, especially if you're starting out. I love these paints. They're very good. Of course, I have the black and white. I have an old makeup sponge. And I have some stencils. This one is a script stencil. Sorry for the glare. As you can see, it's been well used. This is from the Crafter's Workshop. You can get these on Amazon. That's what it's called. I'm going to use this one. This is another Crafter's Workshop 6x6. I'm going to use these in the background. And this one is called Mini Specimens. And that's the number you type in when you go on the Crafter's Workshop or Amazon. And then I have a Diane Reevely circle stencil. So let's get started. I'm gonna put just an old scratch piece of paper underneath my page, and I'm trying to figure out how best I want to do this. Do I want to do paintbrush? Sure, why not? Because I'm also going to use a brayer to knock back my vibrant colors to give it a more vintage color. So I'm going to turn these kind of like watercolory or watercolor-ish. Let me move this out of the way. I'll lay my base down, and I'll always start with my lightest color first, which is going to be the sunny day. And my chair won't go up so I can see if it's focusing right. Okay, so I'm just going to take the yellow, put it on my little craft mat over here, and I'm just going to give it a little spritz. And oh, the stencil I used was this stencil pack from Amazon for the sentiment. So we'll do that. I'm just gonna give a little few squirts on my page. Pick this up. I have a very long bristle brush, and I'm just gonna put this down. And no, this is not watercolor paper. This is not anything. I'm just gonna play. And then I'll just come over here and flip over my book and pick that up. Why not? See what happens. That's pretty neat. Pick this up, put it down, I'll put that over there. And I'll just pick up the rest and lay it down with my fingers, because I just don't want to waste the paint. Not that it's not cheap enough, but you know. And I think I'll put a little more down. I'll wet the brush this time. Pick it up. And I'll just take my fingers and blend it out. So that I don't have any hard edges, really. I don't want that. Like up here, I'll just push the paint out. That looks good. Because I'm going to be adding more colors anyway. And what I will do is I'll dry in between colors. So let me dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, next I'm going to take Candy Pink, Apple Barrel. My phone just won't. There we go. And let me get that out of the way here. I'll put some down. Spritz it a little bit. Mix it up just so that it's a little more fluid. And I can move it with my finger. If I see I have too much, I'll just take a paper towel. I'll even give it a spritz. And I'll soften up my edge a little bit. I like that, like that. You know, sometimes my phone just doesn't want to make up its mind. And I'll come in here and I'll take the same paper towel. I'll move it around. And I'll even pick that up. Grab just a touch more water. And I'll move this. I'll hit my edges so that they're not too harsh. Spread it out. And I'll come over here. And I'm just throwing this down. I mean, I even went over the top of that yellow that was there. But I can still see it in the background. I don't know if you can. The sun is deciding it's gonna come barreling through my window now. And I'll just keep patting my paint down. And if I don't think I have enough yellow, guess what? I'll add some more. And just mix it over here with some water. Come in here. And what's neat is when you start mixing these, you're going to get a peach, you're going to get an orange. And I'm just going to move it out with my fingers so that it doesn't look so perfect. I'm going to add some yellow down here. Pick a little more up, puts back into here. I'm just going to gently rub on the paper. I can scrub it in on this edge here. Bring some back over in here. I mean, it's all just fun. That's all I need. It's a little me playtime. You know? And if I want to add more pink, I'll come back and pick up what's left on my mat here. I'll clean that out, pick it up, and just put it back in. It's all just a fun process. And this is just the first layer. Anyway, so I'll clean that off. I'll dry this and we'll be right back. Okay, now that that's dry, I'm going to take this script stencil and I'm going to use this Bimini blue. But I'm going to use it very sparingly. I just want a hint of it. And let me just find any spot. Will do. Okay, whatever. And just be mindful of where my sing is going to go. I just want to break up a little bit of my page. And I'll put some more paint down because we're building our background in layers. And I'll just move this. See? I like that. That's very pretty. And I'll come over here. Just come down a little bit, go in, pull that up. I really like that. And we're still just building the background in layers. All we're doing. I like that. That looks good. And even though it says December and there's some lines, that adds to the background also. So I don't have to make any other differences if I don't want. Let's see. Yeah, my butterflies. I'm going to do this stencil here. And I actually think, what color do I want to do them? Let me look and see. Okay, actually before I do this stencil, I'm going to knock some of this back, make it look like it's got old paint on it, and I'm going to use antique white with a very dirty brayer that I forgot to clean, but it'll still work, and I'm just going to use it on my craft mat. So, I mean, we can just keep adding all we want. It's your page, it's my page, it's an art page. It's what it is. And I'll just pick this up, put this on there. Might need a little more. And just, I like that. That looks good. Whoops. And sometimes if it doesn't seem like it's coming off the brayer, I usually stick my hand underneath so that it's got some kind of grab. And I'm just going to roll over that. Is that dry? No. Hey, I should have picked that up. Let's try it. Just going to turn it over and find a spot and press it down, pick it up. I like that. I'm going to go where this yellow is. I know. It looks so hokey, but it's fine. I like the way it looks. And let me see if I can change the lighting. Okay, so I had to close my window because it was blaring. But now you might be able to see what's going on here. And I'm going to change the tune a little bit and see what happens when I get just a tiny touch of blue mixed in with this. And just, oh, I like that. Just flick it down. Okay, let me get a wet wipe and wipe that off, but I'm going to pick that up real quick. On a scrap piece of tissue paper. I'll just pick it up and I'll use that in an art journal. See? All right. And we'll just take that dried off. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, I want to knock it back just a little bit more. So I'm going to grab some soft, it's white, it's just matte acrylic. Put just a touch down, pick that up with my finger, and come in and just rub that in. See? Add another element to my page. I mean, I can do anything I want with my page. You can do anything you want with your page. I'm just gonna flick some white on here and soften everything up. I want it bright but soft. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's all right. So I'll grab some more white. I'll even turn my brush this way and just drag it. Almost like an old wallpaper. There's a lot to wallpaper. And there's a lot of different textures. All right, let me clean that up off. And now, see what I mean? We've put a lot of things in the background. And I like that. And I might just use this. Well, that's an outdoor gloss, but I'm going to look for a light gray for the butterflies. Oops. Well, this is what I have for a light gray. So we'll just do it anyway. Put a little bit down. I'll just grab the same one. And let's see. I'm going to be mindful of where my placement of everything is. So I'm going to go right here. Just pick that up, and it's fine if it mixes with a little bit of the blue. It's fine. I just want to add more to my background. You got to be careful with these because, well, it's all right. These are very delicate and they bend very easy. So I think I need a little more paint because that didn't come out too well. But that's all right. It's still an element. I'm going to come over here. I'll just go right there. There, that's nice. And then I'll come over here. And I'll hold it down. That looks nice too. All right, let me just clean this off real quick and I'll just gently go in the direction. Yeah, it's not easy cleaning these because everything gets stuck on there. That's okay. All right, I like that. It's a nice light gray. And let's see. I know everybody's going to be like, you need a little bit of black in there. Not really. I've got black. Am I saying? And this one. Huh. Look at that. See, when that happens, all I'm going to do is just come in, gently tear that off. Then we're good to go. And I'm going to go right like. Should I go here? Sure, why not? And this one can go there. Anyway, you know what I mean. And I like the pinks and the yellows and everything. All right, so we'll get this down. And I'll just use my matte medium. I'm not even going to pull it off because I don't want to do that. I'm going to get all the water out of my brush. Actually, I shouldn't even use this brush. I should use one of my old crummy brushes. Let me find one. Okay, I found an old yucky brush. Shake it up good. Pop it open. Now, what I'm gonna do, is that dry yet? Let me dry it. I'm just going to lay this down on there so that when I lift this up, all I gotta do is put some down and spread it out where I know my piece is going to go. And I don't want too much excess behind there because this is tissue paper, and I'm just going to go up the middle and out. Push it out. on gently, laying it down. Because you got to be, oh, that's exactly what I was afraid of. But I can fix that with a marker. I'll just pull that off. Yes, there might be little creases. I can take that off now. Pull that up. And just throw some down. And then just gently go down my middle and then out. Over here. Gently just lay it down. I'm going to turn my book. And there we go. Tissue paper lays down fairly well. And if you can just take the excess off with your brush. Make sure you get it right up against it so that you don't get too many air bubbles. And if that comes that way, just pull it the other way. And I'm leaving my brush pretty flat. I'm not going straight up and down. All right, and that part was coming off, so what I'll do is I'll just grab it with my fingernail. Pull it off, and I'll press down with my brush. And whatever pieces look like they're going to come off, I'll just push them away from the edge and pick them up with my finger. And just take them off my finger. And then just press it down. See? And that I'll just fix with a black marker. And that piece looks like it wants to come up, so I'll just press it down. All right. I'll dry this, be right back. Okay, it's dry, and now, remember I showed you I filled these in with white. If you don't like that on your page, just do this. Just pick up some yellow, water it down a little bit, come in where your yellow is, and make that yellow. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be white. It can be the color of the page itself. That's how I would fix that. And I'll just add the yellow. And if I need a little orange, I'll pick that up, put that in there. Like over here, here. I mean, you can mask it any way that you want so that it looks like it's part of the background itself. I don't think it's a huge deal, but you know, it may be for somebody else. I'll just come in here. do that. I'll add some more orange to this one. But you understand what I'm saying? I'll pick up some pink. Let it get nice and watery on my brush. Come in here. Fill this one. I'll even do this one. Come over to the L. Fill that white in. I mean, it's all good. That way it looks like it's somewhat part of the page instead of where you put the white to make your letters, because those were solid. Now, to fix the L, excuse me, just going to go in the big bucket of markers. I'm going to find a paint pen of any type, shake it up, I got these off of Amazon. They're alright. I use them in coloring books and stuff like that. I use them for everything. Okay, so there. And then if I feel like I need to clean up where I put the paint, that's fine. I can do that. Where it doesn't look like it connected good. I mean, there's so many things you can do. I can fix this overlap here on this where it crinkled. I mean, it's... paint pens are good. You know, I mean, it's all about you enjoying your art. I could even take, and I do this all the time. Let me find a white one. Yeah, this is a very old, I can't even find these anymore. It's a white Sharpie. It's a little fine tip. I'll do this. I'll come in here and dot my letters. To add some extra. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take a China blue and the bubbles or circles from Diane Reevely. I'm going to add those on there. But I'm going to be mindful of where my words are. And I'll just go around randomly to add another element, which I like that. That looks nice. It's just something soft. Why not? I can. It's my art journal page. That looks good. And a couple up here. I like that. Okay. Let me grab. I mean, I could even like tear this into tiny little raggedy strips and put it through there, but I think that would be too much. I'm going to go ahead and lay my butterflies down. And I don't care if I go over the word. I like that one there. Move that out of the way. That looks nice. Use my barely precision craft glue. It's a very tiny, tiny tip. You must always remember to put the little needle back in, or else it clogs up horribly. I know, I didn't cut the white spaces off the butterflies, but that's all right. It's all good. Just going to lay it down. There. And then I think I might cut the big one. Grab my little Tim Holtz tiny scissors, and I'm just gonna snip this off. Just that extra white piece on there. Not that it would make a major difference, but I can be weird like that sometimes. And then I'm going to put that right there. Close this up so that it doesn't clog on me. And like that. And that glue does really, it grabs fast. Now you can do a border, you can do anything you want. You can carry this page as far as your heart desires, because like it says, your potential is endless of what you want to do with your art journal or whatever you're working on. All right, well, this is our page for the day. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.